streams. We were attacked last night by something. Probably one of these.
I can eat a banana.
Eli, one of those whitetail militia, came by last night. He was trying to convince us to get out of Hope County. I wondered what that guy was going to say. He just started with "I can eat a banana," and then had to bury Bailey today. The bite must have nicked an artery or something. She lost so much blood. See, the undead wolves. They are undead wolves. I know it. Is that a map? Oh, must have got the vinyl. The DJ Briggs or whatever he's called. Okay, so seriously, all the way over there. So much stuff. Actually, there's a lot of stuff to do in the middle of there. Where's my nearest checkpoint? It's there. Okay, going. Actually, just before I do that, is there anything to steal around here?
That's a well-trained pup you have there.
I guess I'm coming back, so it doesn't matter. Can't get into the trailer, can I? No. It is a well-trained pup. Thank you very much. It's a very faithful hound. Right, let's get over there. What weapon do I want for these things? I guess the machine gun's good. But, can I ask you about frontline mode in World of Tanks? It's only from time to time, or can I play it all the time? Frontline mode is unfortunately not available at the moment. It was brought in for a temporary, about a month-long trial, and it was for Tier 8 only. It was in the game previously, I think, or it was being tested previously for Tier 10, if I remember right. Might be wrong about that. And due to its popularity, I suspect it'll be being brought back, but I honestly don't know. You see, people enjoyed that because it was all Tier 8 matchmaking, all same tier matchmaking. People found there was less premium ammunition flying about because there wasn't as much need to. People making more money in their premium tanks, which was great. And a lot of that is not necessarily good for wargaming because it's going to affect their economy. So when it comes back, I suspect it'll be... The earnings might be turned down at best, or they might change the mode or make it available for different tiers. It was a good mode, and they've done a good job of implementing that, and I hope it comes back in a similar sort of manner. But I suspect they're going to tweak it because that will have had an effect on their economy. People earning maybe more money than they want to, or too easily, or I don't know, or maybe not spending enough. But yeah, that's my prediction for it anyway. But yeah, it was a good mode. It was good fun. Is there a vehicle here? Could be. Just that truck there. And indeed, you did feel useful in your Tier 8 for once. Rather than always being bottom tier and stuff. Get out of the way. Spax1980, hey, welcome. Your two favourite streamers online at the same time? Well, cool. Who's your other guy? I'm assuming I'm one of the two. Maybe I'm not. But who are they, if not me? Right. So we got... Should I have waited for him to get in the van? Oh, he's in the back. That's cool. See, my driving, as soon as I get distracted. That's actually quite a distance off, isn't it? Oh, Sir Fosh. He's my favourite, I think, World of Tanks streamer. He's entertaining, he's a really good player, and he's just a nice guy. I met him at Tankfest last year. He gave me a drink of his Unicum juice, and before you start thinking, what the hell was that? There's a drink he brought with him from Latvia, I assume he got it in. It's called Unicum, and it's some sort of liqueur spirit thing. I forget what the hell it tasted of, actually. Well, he told me it was a liqueur spirit thing he'd bought. Who knows what it was? Maybe that's the secret to his success. Yeah, he's a nice guy, good player. Oh, hang on. I think this looks like I should be demounting. Yeah. And he doesn't use a lot of premium ammunition. He likes the skill of aiming. As much as you can have a skill of aiming with the RNG that's involved in this game. Oh, I see. I see.
The scariest part of all this is that I don't think they're limiting these experiments to just wolves.
Okay, we've got... if I send Doggy into...
Hey, we got bad guys.
Not you, not you, no, not you, not you. The dog. Send the dog in. He'll go light them all up. And let's see if I can do this stealthy like. Actually, I got a better idea. See that 30 cal? Okay. Can I swing this all the way around? Let's find out. I certainly can. Here we go. Who needs stealth when you got one of these? This is how it should be done. This is how every game should be done. This is what World of Tanks needs. It needs machine guns on something other than tiers 1, 2 and 3 tanks. This is fun. Oh, there's a target over there. We'll have that as well. That looks like something combustible. Some bad guys over there don't seem to have fully noticed me. Someone... I think can I shoot through that? Perhaps not. Perhaps not.
I'm a bust a move except for dancing, it's escaping.
Yeah, I know, right? Low tier tanks do shoot a lot of premium ammunition. There's a lot of seal clubbers back there. Although some of them need it when you think of some of the things they're up against. It's the whole sort of game sort of balanced around premium ammunition, and well, hopefully they're going to change it now that they've taken the gold price away from it. They might rebalance it and make it a bit like Blitz, maybe, where you get more penetration but less damage, which would be a cool idea, I think. Up you get, boy. Good boy. You did your job nicely. Okay, so that machine gun came in pretty handy. That's a good question, Spax. I'll answer it in a minute once we've got this bit sorted. Who's burning?
Okay,
Who's burning?
coast is clear.
Really?
Give me a sec, I'm almost there.
The coast clear? All I did was jump in and cook off... I don't want to know what's in those bags. This looks like...
Coming down the zip line.
Oh, I see. My mate over there has been cooking off rounds with his rocket launcher, hasn't he? I'm on fire. I'll get that. No, I can't. I've got to get out.
Open the gate so we can get started. Your friend there has an itchy trigger finger.
You're telling
You
me?
may wanna do this
Right.
solo.
Right, let's just take a minute there. When you're out of the community contributor program, can you tell us, is there any influence from Wargaming towards streamers? Because I can't believe how the majority of big streamers, this football mode is all rainbows and unicorns. In reality, it's dull. I actually thought it was pretty dull, but I've played it at least twice before and some big tournaments, and they've altered it a little bit, but it still feels like the same old thing. And to me personally, it doesn't help because it doesn't grind up towards new tanks or anything like that. And I don't want to play it over and over and over just to get all the cards to get this Italian commander. But do Wargaming influence the community contributors? It's an interesting question. We were kind of free to say pretty much what we wanted within reason until we get abusive towards Wargaming. And you saw that Sir Foch crossed that line with his Chrysler K review. He made a good point about the tank. Just maybe he went a bit too far and strong with the language. But at the back of your mind, it is there that if you say things too negative, maybe you won't get the next test account to try the new premium. But you probably won't get Wargaming promoting those videos for you. Maybe they won't like it. Maybe they'll, I don't know, overlook you for something else. It's in the back of your mind. And so, and I guess looking back on it, maybe if it didn't make me praise something that wasn't worthy of praise. It never went that far. But maybe I could have been a bit harsher in some of my criticisms of things, but I wanted to try and keep it balanced. It does, even if you don't think it's affecting you, it probably will do. And a lot of the new community contributors, the smaller ones, they'll be thinking, well, they can't speak out too much because they maybe feel they have a smaller voice anyway, and maybe they'll, they won't get the opportunity to get their channels to grow bigger. And when I was a new community contributor, I guess I was thinking the same. But also the community contributors, one issue that there is amongst them, because they're all individuals. We all were individuals. We all had our own ideas of what was right with the game, what was wrong with the game. Very hard to get them all to agree on one thing. They pretty much do all agree with the matchmaking, the 357 being wrong. I say pretty much. Not everyone agrees on that. And therefore you have all these different opinions and big egos and strong-minded people. And it's very hard to get them to all sort of agree to push one thing, because they've all got their own ideas, their own individual channels and streams and everything else. So it's an very interesting thing. Now I'm out of it. It feels good to be out of it, but I can look on it as an outsider again and see these sort of things. They suddenly seem a lot more obvious than they did before. I hope that answers the question anyway. It's alright, don't worry about bringing World of Tank poison here. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, hang on, who's that? Is that some... Oh, that's her, that's okay. I mean, Wargaming do sort of schmooze some of the contributors a bit, giving them... Well, taking them to Tankfest, taking them to Minsk and Cyprus and stuff to meet developers and things. These trips, and I never went to Cyprus or Minsk, although I did get invited to Minsk. These, like, I mean, you think, as a contributor, you think, well, you know, these are good opportunities for me growing my channel in the future. I'll get some good insider information. Do I want to sort of rock the boat and lose the opportunity of those? So I guess it will be going through a lot of the minds. It probably won't be enough to completely censor them. Place a trainer body in the trough. I don't want to move these things. I mean, the community contributors, they're not idiots. They will speak up against things that are really bad. Well, I hope they will. So having said that, I was a World of Warships community contributor, even though I didn't really actively do it. I did play Warships a bit originally. Dump that in there. Now what? Do I get out of here? Yeah, I did see one. I'm not going to say who it was. One Warships contributor at the time. This was a year or two ago. Really defending Wargaming over something that the rest were pulling them apart over. It might have been one of the ships that was released that shouldn't have been. Trapper roaming Judge Wolf in the pen. Do I have to sort of entice it in or something? No? Maybe you should have listened to this quest. Do I have any bait? Maybe I should have been listening to this quest a bit more. What if I chuck some bait down there? Does that work? Nope. Can I pick that up again? No. Alright. Do I round it up? Is that what I do? Let's try this. Do I get me dog to round it up? I'm a farmer's lad. I should know how to use a sheepdog. You are getting in the way, hound. Go and stand over there. Ooh, loot. No. You want to go that way. It's off, look. It's off like hell now.
What's the problem? Just get in and get out.
What, I'm supposed to go in, am I? Shall I take the body in? Let's take the body in. If any of you guys were listening to the game, I was talking tanks. Oh, this works, does it? Right, this works. Right then. Stick it in the trough. Get in there. Don't make me shoot you. Can I interact from this side? Gotcha.
You got him. All right.
Okay.
I'm coming down for a closer look. I wasn't sure you were gonna pull it off, but you did. Look at him. Beautiful.
But yeah, it bothers me that Wargaming have been so quiet on this premium or preferential matchmaking tanks front ever since everything sort of kicked off with it. No sort of post to address the massive forum threads or anything like that. I should have at least responded to that. So,
I know.
I don't know what's
You
going
wanna
on.
tear me to pieces.
I'm now wondering if there's communications going on in the channels that we don't get to hear about. But no one's saying anything.
Whoa, look at those pupils. Way more dilation than I expected.
Can I just talk to you? Come on then.
Can't thank you enough. With this guy here, I've got everything I need to synthesize a formula. Here, take a test batch I was working on. Should help you hunt these damn things down.
Cool, what do I get? What do I get? Something good? Dinner time, complete. Some drugs, I think. I haven't really used the drugs. What have I got? I've got the fast. The Furious, that one's pretty good. The Ultimate Hunter, automatically tag all the animals and enemies in your sight and make predators flee. Oh, that's cool. Ultimate Survivor, reduce considerably the damage you take. That might be good to know about. Can I craft some of that? I need... Cool, yes I can. Great, and I can... Crap, I've got loads of these things. Not been using any of them. Am I going to Tank Fest this year? No, not this year. I decided to have a year off anyway, because... Well, it's over 3 days, and then, because I was a community contributor at the time, I had to decide if I was going. Wargaming wanted us to go for 2 contributor days beforehand, which are days spent listening to the spiel from the developers, which is more or less marketing, I think. That's how I feel like it is. They telling us what they want us to pass on to you guys, and, you know, they pretend to listen to our concerns and questions and nod their head and don't really, never seem to take much note of it beyond that. And then we'd also have to travel down the day before and leave the day after, so it's like a week out of work and anything where I'm not earning any money, and it's nice to go and meet you guys, and I might go to Tank Fest again in the future just for Tank Fest and meet some of you people, but I wasn't going to go for the whole Wargaming week thing, and last year the deal was if you didn't go for the community contributor days, they wouldn't sort of sponsor you and pay for your tickets and accommodation. So you can see why the community contributors go down for the whole thing, because it saves them a shitload in accommodation costs, which are pretty expensive for Tank Fest, unless you're camping. Right, we've got stuff to do. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. That's the end game. I've got loads of stuff up in the mountains. What's that thing? I've still not done that. I looked at that quest so many times yesterday. I'm going to fast travel up there and go and do this Bo Adams one. Paintball community contributors on the Friday. Yeah, they were talking about starting that. Friday's one of the days of Tank Fest, though, I think. No, I can't imagine a Matilda 4 against the T-29. I don't even know if they intended for those lower tier preferential matchmaking tanks to be included. But the article was so utter rubbish, and it's probably clear that their long-term intentions are to do stuff like that. But it's just the worst written article in the world ever in relation to World of Tanks, I think. Any trucks around? Yeah, you would be surprised about the level of knowledge some of the wargaming people have about their own game. Some of them are fairly newly recruited. Some of them haven't really played the game much before they joined wargaming. And it makes you wonder. I mean, these are obviously the people on the community teams, and I don't want to go this way. And the language teams, which, if they're just looking after the forums and things, they should have some knowledge of the game, obviously, but they don't need to be like amazing players or anything like that. But still, and it makes you wonder about the actual developers. You know, I've said before, when people design these maps, I swear that they don't play the same game that I do, because they wouldn't design the maps the way they have done. And what the hell was this truck doing down there if I can't actually take it out anywhere and use it? Or can I just not get out of there? Right, we're going to try this again. There is another truck on the other side. I'll shoot in. Could I have driven this out? No, I don't think I could. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Tiger 1 and 2 being real tanks back in the beta test. That's when I started playing, before World of Tanks was officially released. And they were tanks to be feared, because you met them in things like M4 Shermans, which historically they chewed up, and in the game they chewed up, and the game was definitely more focused around real tanks back then, and more of a historical nature to the game. And well, I guess it's all changed. All changed. This does not look like the way I want to be going. But anyway, this is supposed to be a World of Tanks free zone. Not that I mind you asking the questions about it, but it's so easy to get worked up. In fact, talking about getting worked up about it, I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Twitter. If you don't, then please do. The link's down below. But I think I want to be up that side of the hill, do I? I retweeted two people earlier, two people who follow me, who both said that they'd given up playing World of Tanks today because the level of frustration was just too high. I think actually one was CM1994. He said that he didn't even bother streaming because the vibe he was getting from the game and the teams was that it was just going to wind him up, so he didn't even bother starting. And I can't remember who the other chap was, but he had about 5 games, did well, lost all 5 of them, and then nope, that's it, done, finished for today. Can I go? Where the hell do I go on this? It's over there. I guess I'm going to have to go on foot from here, right? Hang on, let's get out of here. I've driven a car up a mountain and don't think I can use it. Actually, I probably could. Ah, to hell with it, we'll just run this in. So yeah, and it got, because I've been playing this, which has just been so much fun, and it makes me think, well, do I really want to play games that just make you frustrated? And I know that it has its good moments as well. I'm not saying it's all bad. There are those games that go really well and you enjoy, but you know, would I rather spend my time playing something like this and enjoying the experience and the story and feeling like you're getting to the end of something, you complete something, or playing games that just frustrate me and you come away thinking, well, I wish I hadn't spent them 2 hours on that game today, or I've achieved nothing, or I've just not enjoyed myself. I think we could parachute off. God, that parachute is handy. Ooh, cave. There's always good stuff in the back of a cave. A lot of loot here.
We come to an open space in the woods and halt by the dim lighted building. I can tell just from looking at you that you're no Peggy.
What? No, you got distracted by what we're killing. Came all the way up here to do his mission. He's run off. Hoi, hoi! Don't make me shoot you.
Marching, you're back.
Don't make me shoot you.
I can tell just from looking at you that you're no Peggy. If you were, we'd be having different words. Glad you joined the right side. Call me Bo. I've been living off this land
Bo,
for
with
as
a bow.
long as I can remember. I've seen a lot over the years. Crime, corruption, madness. But nothing like Eden's Gate. Hasn't changed my ways, though. Just another thing to survive against. Ain't nothing more powerful than Mother Nature. But you don't beat her. You work with her. Now, in times like these, it ain't smart relying on man-made junk to save your ass. I can see the skepticism in your eyes. Tell you what, get me some eagle feathers and big old Leviathan bones.
Leviathan bones? What the hell are Leviathan bones? Hey Coblate, how you doing? You've been playing Jurassic World Evolution. I've been watching Co-Carnage play that, and it looks pretty fun. I remember playing Theme Park Manager or something like that. Way, way, way back, a long time ago. And that was pretty cool. And that just looks like a similar sort of thing, but with dinosaurs, which is always good. What's your favourite dinosaur, guys? I think mine's the old Stegosaurus. I think that was the first one I learned about when I was a kid, and I've always remembered it. So where the hell do I go for this? I'm going to go and have a look in this cave. Even though this clearly isn't where the mission goes to. Oh, right, I've got a little den in here. This guy he's got everything, including chemical toilets. Fertilizer, dog food. Oh well. Still no Bigfoot.
Hey, you know how you can tell it's a moose?
Favorite dinosaur is Denver,
Hey, look, it's bad
obviously.
guys. I mean,
Denver,
shit.
obviously. What?
Hey, look, it's bad guys.
Am I missing something there?
Herc's
Oh,
over
Denver
there.
the dinosaur. Is that a cartoon? I don't remember that cartoon. No. Denver the dinosaur. What era was that from? The two big-legged bird without wings. That Archaeopteryx. That one. Okay, where are we going then? Oh, I've got a quest there. Turn the tables. Oh, I've got to go on. This is a DJ mission. Let's go and hand this in at the Wolf's Den. All birds have two legs. That's a good point. Do they though? Actually, yeah, I can't think of any birds with more or less than that. So. Oh, sorry. Hang on, Spax. If you're going to post that link to that cartoon, I'll give you permission for that. Let's have a look. There you go. Post it again. Should work. Let's have a quick look at this. Hang on. I guess you guys will be able to hear this, won't you? Don't remember this. Oh! Okay, sounds vaguely familiar, but don't think I've ever seen it. Alright, let's just put my windows back to normal now. I don't remember watching that, but the sound track sounds vaguely familiar.